Morning, Nigel. Another valuable point on Saturday, this time at Stevenage. How do you reflect on the 90 minutes?
Yeah, I thought we played well again. Very tight game, not a lot of chances created for either side. It's often the case down there, tight ground, very difficult. But having gone 1-0 down to come and get the point late on, I think you're right. It's a very valuable point for us, and takes our unbeaten run to 3 matches, which might not seem like much with 3 draws, but when we've lost as many as we have, it's a brilliant little platform to build upon. And we know we've not won enough games and everything, certainly recently, but the draws are just keeping our heads above water at the moment.
Jordan Rhodes, the man whom you brought in January, got you the goal to give you that equaliser. How important was it for him to get his first goal in Stag's colours?
Well, first of all, for the team to get the point. It's exactly what we want him for. One to just drop in the penalty area. It was a very calm and composed finish. I think we said afterwards he was disappointed not to get one against Northampton when he had a couple of better chances probably. Missed a game through injury last week against Wigan, but to have him on, available on the bench to do exactly what he did on Saturday, very important, and it will be going forward for the last sort of 10, 11 games, whatever we've got, and the same with Dom Dwyer. To have forwards of that quality, even if they're coming on for half an hour, whatever, could make the difference for us. On the back of having no Gregory, no Oates, no Akins on Saturday, which, even when you look at the team, as when you are without sort of your first choice goalkeeper, I think it's fair to say that Elliott and Fraser might be our first choice fullbacks as well. Lee Gregory will play up front, and then Keanu Bacchus. There's probably 5 or 6 who you'd say a fair chance of starting that were missing again on Saturday.
You speak about forwards. What about the work done for that goal, to create that goal by Will Evans? Show great tenacity inside the box.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we've been very impressed with. We knew Will scored goals last season for Newport, but also his contribution in making goals has been important this season. And just to work as he did, battle away for the ball and then just lay it back for Jordan. Very, very important. And he's been almost running on empty the last few games, which everyone can see his energy levels compared to how he was earlier on in the season. Didn't really do a pre-season, it all catches up. So it was important that he got a break on Saturday for an hour.
Has there been a notable improvement in second half displays recently? We spoke about second halves in the fans forum, didn't we? You played so very well at Burton in the second half a couple of weeks ago, and then of course you got the goal at Stevenage on Saturday in the second period.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no conscious approach to the game. Say we're going to play any different first or second half. So. It just depends on how the game pans out, and so much depends upon the opposition as well. We went to Blackpool, we were excellent first half, and then they're going to have a reaction. They're a good team. Just won 3-0 at Barnes on Saturday, and they're going to have a go second half as they did. And that was if George Morris puts the goal in for 4-1, it's game over anyway. So it's different factors that can affect whether you're good first half or second half. But I think certainly we were very good at Burton. Wigan the same second half, but again all the game, and I thought it was pretty even over the course of the game on Saturday.
Let's speak about availability. How's the treatment room looking downstairs?
Oh, still pretty busy, still pretty full. The ones that like the Gregory and Fraser and Rhys Oates don't really, they're out for the season just about. Well, certainly Rhys and Fraser. Lee thinks he's got a chance for the last game of the season, but we'll see about that. So they're sort of not the important ones in a certain way, in terms of we've got to try and get the other ones who are short term back on the pitch. And then there's a few of them not too far away and not too serious, which is good. Not sure they'll be available for this week though.
Let's move on and look ahead to the longest trip of the season for Mansfield tomorrow night at Exeter City. What have you made of their season?
A little bit up and down, similar to ours, I think. I think that's also, I was talking about with Alex Revel, the teams that have had these unbelievable runs, good runs, and then all of a sudden they lose one, and then they go on the incredible bad runs, no more so than us. But, you look at Huddersfield and you look at Orient. I went down to Orient the other week. They were on fire and, absolutely brimming with confidence. And out of nowhere, they've lost 5 on the spin. And if you'd have seen them that night, you think, there's no way that's going to happen. But it's that sort of league this season. So I think Exeter, the cup run's been incredible for them. Anybody who saw them against Forest knows their capabilities and their potential.
Is it even more important to get points when you're playing those sides in and around you in the table?
Yeah, ideally, but it's just points for points' sake to try and get to that 50. That's always been the target. But it's the bottom four we're looking at more than anything. And Exeter aren't in that at the moment, but we just need to get them for our own sake.
You're set to be backed well tomorrow. Let's speak about the away following this season. 470 tickets sold in the away end tomorrow night. It's quite something, isn't it, to say it's a 4-hour journey midweek?
It's been incredible. A bit unlucky, it's rearranged. We can't blame the league or anything. It was just an international break that got rearranged, but we'll take nearly 500 down there again. Incredible. We'll do everything we can just to so we don't go home with a defeat, and the demoralising effect on them, on us, and everything of the defeats we've had. All of a sudden, you get these 3 draws, and we should have beaten Burton, should have beaten Wigan, and I thought Saturday was fair. Should be sitting there with 7 points from the last 3 games, and but not losing. I think that's the one that gets us all down, especially on the long trip.
You must be so enthused by the numbers that Stags have taken to away grounds this season.
Oh, it's brilliant. And when we talk to them and that, despite some of the results, and I think we've done pretty well on the road generally, they're enjoying it. And they're going to grounds that they haven't been to for probably anything at all, or any time at all, if not for a long time. So they're enjoying it, and we all are. And, when we're up towards the top of the table early on in the season, we said enjoy it. You don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know how long we're going to be going to these grounds. So let's enjoy it.